Alright, so I'm in my slippers and I'm going for a walk to the park, because why not, guys? I'm going to walk on the wrong side of the path, because I think that walking on God's right is the way to go. Just like my thoughts about smoking, guys. I'm down to my last cigarette, you know? It's like, I should stop smoking because smoking is bad, right? You know, all the bad stuff about smoking. But then you gotta think from another point of view, okay? Now, when I'm troubleshooting something, and when I've spoken to other people who smoked, they said that when they were thinking about a problem or something and having a cigarette, that was the best thing. Going for a smoke break, taking 5, 10, 15 minutes to walk away, come back with a clear mind, to continue to look at the problem that they are working on. So that's pro number one. Pro number two. Let's take the show X-Files, for example. There's a character named the Smoking Man. Do you think someone so high up in the government would not know that all the tobacco companies are doing something nefarious and putting stuff in the cigarettes to do something bad? Would still choose to smoke in the excess that he does, to be named the Smoking Man? You know, like Mulder's father or something? That guy? So what if that guy smokes like a chimney? Because he knows there's something inherently good about smoking. Yeah, okay, everyone ingests the same air, okay? I don't care if you're an elitist, I don't care who you are, okay? What if, let's say, smoking helped your body counteract with some kind of like medicine to counteract all of the chemicals in the air and the water that you cannot avoid as an elitist? But they don't tell you that. But they all smoke. They smoke in the movies and stuff, you know? And then they go around walking around acting in real life, pretending they don't smoke. Okay? That's just another point of view, guys. So, yeah. Batteries. Let's talk about batteries and energy storage and energy loss. Let's talk about these concepts. Yeah. So, what if you didn't know what a battery was? Okay? And you just knew that if you created energy, it could be used or wasted. A 1 or a 0. Now, I live in a reality where a 1 is a 0, guys. But I'm not going there with this. All I'm saying is that you get that if you are creating free energy, it is there to be used. And if you're not creating free energy, it's not going to be created. But if you're creating free energy and using it, obviously, that's the best way to go. As they run across the street. Anyway. Yeah, the other morning actually, yesterday morning, this pole got hit. This is a brand new pole. A car, its front end, rammed right into here. So it took all day to replace one pole. 3 trucks, guys. 3 trucks. You know, carling, guys? That word? Left or right, guys? Well, let's go God's right. I don't care where I go, guys. Just like I don't care who I help. I think I fixed something today at work, which is cool. I learned something. It's good. Anyways. Batteries, guys. So, if you didn't know what a battery was, okay? And you knew that if you created energy, it could be used. Or if it wasn't used, it would just go to waste and loss, okay? Like, if you couldn't create any more energy, the effect to create the energy, because it was not needed, would cease to spark. Like if the energy had nowhere to go, the reaction would cease to happen, thus eliminating any dangers of continuous feed of energy. Okay, like an auto safe switch, guys. Okay, let's go with that route. Okay, so what if you made a three-dimensional sacred geometric shape? Okay, it just means, like, you know, a fancy 3D perfect amount of nodes represented between lines, guys. You know what I'm saying? No one is out tonight. Interesting. The park is mine. Anyways, so batteries. What about batteries? Yeah, the chemical reaction would stop happening, the energy would cease to be created in abundance with like a fail-safe switch, like an auto fail-safe switch, because nature has a way to be able to survive with their instincts. Okay? You're creating consciousness, guys. Energy is being created via consciousness. And it's direct relationship to magnetism. Okay? You're creating. You are now a creator. Okay? So think of it this way. Okay, you're the creator of this new energy. You are its God. How wild is that, guys? Okay? If every thought you've ever had is a creation because of your consciousness, then it doesn't matter what you do, guys, but you will be creating with everything you do, because everything you do in this world matters. Just as much as everything you don't do in this world, guys. Okay? Creating energy. So the concept of creating free energy makes you a god of that energy. Okay? Like, if you were to actually physically replicate this creation process in third dimension via a set of rules defined by, I don't know, nodes or antennas, the lines in between the nodes would be coils, which would be, the circumference of the coil would be 313 over 2 pi, for the radius I mean, and the radius of the coil of, let's say, gold would be 13 over pi. 13 over pi is equal to the radius of that material. So okay, let's just say like that's the grid you make and shape and whatever. But you got to make it off balance, okay? Because a perfectly spinning entity is at balance because it doesn't have a wobble. You know, it doesn't have an imperfection. Okay, so when I found out what I found out about the zodiac, okay, about the Buxfanian astrology, when I got the dates, is it a coincidence that the dates, when depicted as the Vesica Pisces, illustrate a shape broken into 364 units, where those units are broken down into 14 zones, where the majority of those zones have 26 units, but one has 25 and one has 27. Okay, one of the dots is bigger than the other dots, and one side, the right hand, guys, of the page, this side, when you're looking at it, the right hand of God, not you, of the God of the page, okay, is bigger than the left hand. So you space out the nodes in a certain measurable, quantifiable array, connecting them with these rigid coils of cosine waves, you know? That stuff, guys. Sorry. Okay? I don't know. And maybe in some arrangement other than a linear line, okay? Because what's the most basic shape, guys? It's a singularity. When you look at it a different way, it's a one-dimensional line. Okay? So that energy video and how much it could power a little light bulb, you know, isn't very significant, guys. I understand that. But the concept illustrates that it's possible. Now, if the concept illustrates that it's possible, you have to now think of what different arrangements can be made and adjustments made to this setup to make it optimal. Now, I think I have the instructions on how to do so, via a very indirect way, guys. Okay? People have computer software, I don't. I don't have the time, and I don't have the software, and it's not going to happen, guys. I'm wondering if this could be modded somehow, using software that already exists. That would be cool. If someone did me that for a solid, I'd probably take some vacation to go hang out with them. Wherever in Earth that may be. Okay? Hey, look at all these geese, guys. Nice. Anyways. So, the wobble is important because that's where your Kree energy is created. It creates a harmonic oscillation, let's call it. This configuration, I believe, will create a harmonic oscillation off of the heaven, or the center. People don't like it when I talk in terms of heaven. So off of the center of that shape in a direction, which could be collected and captured. Now, if we need a magnet in order to create the magnetic field, okay, I guess that would make the center the magnet, guys. Okay? I really hope this is recording good. Anyways, if the center is the magnet, but it'd have to be a magnet that's got like, maybe like a cluster of smaller magnets in all the different directions and like perfect right angles to all of the lines, guys. Lots of magnets, but like perfectly placed to the nodes, you know what I mean? With those coils in between. So the magnets with the antennas and the coils, and then what if you were to make like an Anthony Patch, like his shape, you know, like the 600D, what is it called? Quantum computing thing, D-Wave. What if you take that technology, okay, now? Think about it. Make shapes within the shape. Maybe that'll amplify the voltage and the current you get. Maybe when the creation is being achieved, only that remains and it doesn't create any excess because it's in failsafe. It's like nature. It's like it finds a way. It has instincts, guys. You become the god of that energy. That's a big V.